Dikhulu livest. Bangayeka abantu ucela. Dihlisa ibrook. Into eyavela ku-SABC 2 because it was live. Ndifake ijoke ndandifuna kwakusisa leyo joke endiqala linyane emsulo okwemvo ebhoko. I was ironed ngakwa yazi ufakwe dry clean ongumuntu ngayidla alpirimu kadumba ngangaka ngagrey. If you know icolor egrey, I was grey. That is when la kwasha khona ubaba uTheo ngambuthisa ngamshanela ngambuthisa ngalindi family yakhe ngamenza ngabuthatha inkwayinda and plastic ngamboza.
Welcome to Choose Life, the podcast. I'm your host, Abna Mariri, author, survivor, and changemaker. Each episode delves into victorious stories over addiction. We bring hope and actionable guidance to those on this journey. Choose transformation with us. Choose victory. Choose life. Please join me as we welcome to Choose Life podcast, Khulekani Chili. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Podcast. This is a very beautiful podcast where we teaching the nation, the community, about the dangers of alcohol and drugs.
Yeah,
I'm from there.
Yo. I see Bisele move on foot. I mean, you were a successful gospel artist whose future was bright and beautiful. If you like Bega Ganjalo, what did you hear?
Hey. Okay. As Khulekani, I grew up in different places because let me say I'm a true Angone. I mix Xhosa, I mix Swati. So my parents, they are mixed. So yeah, I came to Johannesburg because of my talent. When I was, I recognized when I was singing in Emasondweni and school, and then the congregation in Sondweni bengibona bajaiva ukuthi okay, and lento le yangenza ngaba nesfiso. And then when I finished matric, I decided to run away from home. I then took a bus. Kunamabhasi akudala kwakuthiwa South African Road Link la I took that bus.
I
was very young. I took that bus near a park station. Ngangazi umuntu ke. Ngafika park station. Mangifika park station, first day, the guys, the security guards, but hey, we don't allow abantu ukuthi bahlale la ngoba kuntshontsha amafoni abantu la alight ngathi kubo ngilinde umuntu oqhamuka eDurban isikhiya sikuye usuke ushiwe ibhasi blah blah blah. And then this usalinde lo muntu loyo kusekuseni mina kahle hle iM yami ukuthi ngihlale lapha phakathi kuze because I had nowhere to run. And then the next day ngizotabalaza ngasini because ngangazi next ndangazi kwanto mina into endibanisa iGaut. So uma ngiqhubeka ngikambamanga, then there was a day lapho khona these security guards bobawuthathu, they were in the same shift. So ngasenkingeni they chased me out ekseni ngabo 4 e park station, and kunalabo mama laba abathengisa amagwinya ekseni ngaphandle bathengisela bama-taxi laba bavuka ekseni. Ngabuza kulo mama ngathi ingakuphi iSABC, wathi lo mama eBreed Taxi Rank. iBreed Taxi Rank ikuphi kukanjani? Athi no, nothing. Luckily ngoba uNkulunkulu makasebenza usebenza in a mysterious ways. Ngisakhuluma lapho, there was a guy othenga amagwinya othi no ngiyogibela itaxi eya eHoneydew. So some of the taxis zendlula eHoneydew bo Cresta zendlula SABC Auckland Park. Ngathola kanjalo sihamba nalobhuti sagibela uthe lo bhuti angakangitsheli sese-Auckland Park angakangitsheli yayibona i-Bantam Road between i-res ne-university i-UJ amateksi wayebhukula lapho manje sekwavala nayibhukula lapho ngabona amabhodi abhaliwe SABC 1, 2 and 3 ngathi okay even if uyangitshela lo bhuti ngiyabona ukuthi ngikuphi ngafika wangitshela ngehla the first day ngehla ngavelela e-Radio Park ngikhuphuka ama-skeletons lapha ama-skeletons kwakuyinto engingayijwayele sakuthi uma kuyiwe eDurban njena okay ngaleso sikhathi but kwakuyinto engingayijwayele cale ngincancazele phana kumele ndikhwele ama-skeletons hayi ndakhwela ndafika lapha ngabona
awunaneplan ukuthi wenzani.
I didn't have any plan ngabona nansi i-Metro FM nansi abo 5 FM hey nangithi ngibheka lapha emaglasini asemetro nangu Glenn Lewis these people they are real yabo hayi ngacala nga right okay ngichubekile kwahlwa ke ebusuku I had no place to stay ngabheka around i-SABC luckily kwakune angazi manje usekhona kwakune netcare ngala eceni kwe-SABC ekhoneni lale netcare ku-Wolfens ngathola enye isikhala nje into yayingaka lapho kathi bekuvuleke uvale kwakunamapipe ayamene kanje awu-2 mphakathi but it was a shallow unangilele nje bekuhle ngithatha yabona kulesi sivalo ngathi okay this is my place to stay
sure
kahlala lapho first day second day third day fourth day indlala manje ngiyabona ukuthi indlala ingiphethe ngivuke ngifunana nezitolo uyabona uma ulaphana SABC kwakunesinye isitolo lapha ngenzansi iLancet seyithuthukisile manje yakhile lapha yapha kwakunesinye isitolo lapha kuthiwa sisikala la sasithenga khona amajuice la eseplastikini njengebisa ibisi seplastikini angithenge lo juice leyo ngithenge nesinkwa kwamba hambe yaphela imali wona bhuti ami yaphela imali ithona iphela imali I don't know ukuthi bekumele ngenze njani ngachubeka the best thing angiyenza mangiyolala ngangiphuza 2 liter yamanzi egcwalisiso because for that moment bengisutha ngikwazi ukuthi ngithole ubuthongo but sometimes bengingalali because amanzi ngiyavuka ngiyachama indlala ila sometimes bengingiphathwe na CCS ngiphathwe iCS singiphathe iCS ayindaba okudlala emini
ngiyakuzwa lele ngamanzi imali yaphela so awungitshele ke bawuphuma lapho wena kuze kanjani ukuthi uhlangane ne-record company ukhona ukurecord
one Sunday ngavuka ngaya kwelinye isonto iSt Peters Anglican Church ila ngaseCampus Square nje
ngaseCampus Square
ngaya kuyo ngafika ngacela ukucula kulelo sonto unkosikazi akamfundisi uNigel Molink unkosikazi uWendi abangivumele mama ngivumela ayi ngicule ngikhumbula nje kahle ngacula le ngoma ethi bind us together oh my Lord
my goodness
give us the power
come on man
oh my Lord
damn
and it was umoya and ngabona ama-100 asuke ngivaflya
isibo bathi kungena ingelosi namhlanje
uza ama-100 ama-200 eza kimi banginikelela the following Sunday ngacela ukucula futhi the very same church kanti kunoClive uClive remember of the church was uKen Highcock nguye umnikazi CEO ye-Cool Sport Music Production so ahambe uClive akhulume noKen athi uKen no izana nge-Friday angithatha uClive nge-Friday siye e-9th Avenue lapha eMelville masifika laphana bathi no mangenza idemo ngingene e-studio ngenza idemo angiceda ukwenza idemo bangibize another Friday bathi ngisondele mangifika lapho bathi this is the contract so grand sinawe la ngasayina ngokuthi ke nganginganandawo yokuhlala uClive akhulume nalapha esontweni banginike backroom babanginike backroom esontweni ukuthi ngizobo cleaner uma kuyiSaturday ngilungiselele ukuthi kusasa yiSunday ngahlala kamnandi sometimes labelungu besiphuma nabo basiye kubo Wimpy ngacala ngabo nje ukungena into zo Wimpy e-restaurant abelungu isonto labelungu so ngarecord eCoolsport first album ingane yomfana ngizosengidlala emaredweni sengithengelwe nefone khona lama Motorola wayesilver lawethu thengelwe neMotorola ngithenge yabo before asarisho funeka withi hello khona nalebini area diamond sale area so waqhubeka ngabona kunjani ngizwa ngifonelwa ingoma yakho idlala ukhosini ududu ukhozi udlala ingoma yakho ngigijima ngeredweni ngivule ukhozi ngilalele I was happy ukuzizwa and then the most beautiful things bezimotivator ukuthi labasakazi mabadlala le ingoma after ingoma they speak kamnandi ngami ukuthi waphuma ukhulekane washaya ingoma emnandi ethi lo mfana ufikile lo mfana ucula kamnandi so those words they made me keep going.
Khulekane, I want to say to somebody listening, I mean, here's a young man who comes from KZN, who gets on a bus, don't know where he's going, and starts a life in a city where he doesn't have friends, doesn't have family. The fire is lit. Just a word of encouragement to somebody listening, ukuthi nawe, never underestimate the power that you have. Sometimes you have to come out of your comfort zone and take a risk.
Exactly.
Khulekani, nago-ke, urekhode now your first album.
Yes.
Uyazizwa ku-radio. Kungenye i-album futhi.
Ngizizwa redweni, okay, bathi, okay, because you are the new kid on the block, sizowenza enye album. Mangenza le album, I will talk about it because usually nakuma interviews about redweni sasikhuluma naye akhuluma the late Ulundi Tiamaga. He was a very big friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
But after what I'm going to say now, after we had a very big fight.
No, dude.
A very, very, very big fight, but not physically, but verbally. That is when now igama lami lavela emaphepheni. Now sengibona emaphepheni Ulundi is fighting this guy Khulekani is saying is sing alike.
Now kahle Khulekani so we celebrity.
Yes.
Kahle.
Yes.
Masongwa nenye celebrity so cross line.
Uyabona and then kwangena ubaba uGumbi umfundisi SD Gumbi waslamula kulembi so standard John so that
walamula lapho
waslamula eredweni wakhuluma nathi ukuthi abafana into enjena nonke nicula ngevangeli lenkosi yekelani lento niyenzayo so that yenza abantu bafuna ukwazi more
ukuthi lo mfana
ukhulekane ngubani so I came up with a song le song leyo eyaduma lengoma yavele yaduma ingoma yangenzela imali enje imali ngangacabanga ukuthi ngiphatha imali engaka lengoma lena kahle ngiphendula lo mlisa lenilwa naye sele lengoma ithi kenze ni nhleni kabani na lamazwi owakhulumayo ayangihlaba mbomtshene mina ngenzeni yebo and lengoma le yabo and abantu bayithanda kakhulu lo ngoma lo ngayizwa idlala kuma top 20 bayivotela abantu yaphuma number 1 ku top 20 bayithanda abantu ingoma hey one Friday bangibiza eCoolsport bathi mangeza ngizothatha imali banginika uyabona lezi zinto lezi ukuthi ialbum ishaya platinum
5000
ishaya platinum banginika le frame le ne CD lethi bathi nje lento
ngiyabona lengathi indishi
yeah bathi ureach platinum angiphe imali
abakuphi imali neplay
bangiphe imali ngahamba ngothenga iCosalite cash.
So manje, paint a picture for me. Now you are successful.
Yeah.
Khulekani has arrived. Music wakho uyadlalwa, you are recognizable. Abantu bayakuthanda, unemali. What happens?
Nangisaqala ukuba nale mali ngangisaba. Ngisaba nje impela kakhulu ngibona ngathi mangihamba like abantu bayabona ukuthi nginemali yabo kunalezi zinto kuthiwa eJoburg kunamasalamisi benzani so I was not okay bengekho free xa ndihamba kwezi zitarajo zaseGauteng but ke every time bengihamba nabantu so that imali, I just want to say the people that are watching podcast le imali iyamchinja umuntu. As humble as I was, imali yaqala ukungimilisa impiko. Kasibona the pride. When I talk of pride, it's false character. False character is acting what you're not. Kaithola sengiba nabangani, and I didn't recognize ukuthi abangani, some friends guys kunabangani abeza kuwe just because babona ukuthi una something, they've come to suck whatever that you have. Cabanga ukuthi bangani yabona lokuthi mawufika nje endaweni bakusukumele esitulweni uhlale so abangani labo so ufuna ukuphathelwa. So kuye kuhamba isikhathi lapho khona Kanga recognize ukuthi abangani bafana ne-orange. Do you know ukuthi orange once wahluza la juice lapha kulele le gobo lo sekusele it's no more an orange. Into yokulahlwa yabo, into yokulahlwa edustbinini. So some guys, some friends that are so-called friends, they came to suck whatever that abayifunayo kimi. Mina I didn't recognize ukuthi ukuthi bona bezeleni like futhi babo Abner like i-girlfriend yakho. Sometimes uma une girlfriend uduzana nawe ungayiboni the importance bayo. Once lo muntu wahamba waba kude lapha, that is when ubona khona ukuthi hey lo muntu lona manje ngilahlile lapha. So abanye abantu bezempilweni yakho umuntu not ukuthi bathandayo na but to suck whatever you have. Okay. Atubeka impilo imali yangena sengibhuka ngama political parties
so yabizwa
ngiyabizwa there was a time guy Canada. That was my first time ngingena ku airplane, my first time ngihamba
airplane is taking
elite ulaluvuke ukhohlwe nokuthi kuphi kungathi uhlele endlini phinde ucabanga ukuthi hey kanti sisahanjwa sikafiki safika senze ama performance kwamnandi kwabanje kwabuya imali kwaba right ma political parties nga recognizeka ngena etshwaleni.
Manje ungena kanjani etshwaleni? Ama friends?
Yes, sometimes ama friends sometimes bayakubona ukuthi okay for ukuthi sithole yonke into esifunayo lona once angaphuza ulos uba generous uyaphana
so anganika necard
ngangibanika because ngangibathamba ngithi draw sizothini so imali sayidla but ngayidla imali ngayidla ngingena etshwaleni ngithena ngingena etshwaleni ikhona isikhathi lapho khona yazi utshwala sometimes uma waphuza kwaze kwafika isikhathi lapho khona utshwala can do something that you cannot do it for yourself. Njengokuthi uma ufuna ukushela intombi ufuna uqala udla utshwala uzokwazi ukukhuluma, una ufuna ukwenza ukuthi utshwala ngaba addicted etshwaleni kangangoba ukuthi utshwala dictated ilife yami ukuthi ukuze ngidle ibreakfast ngoba izolo bengiphuza kakhulu funeka ngithole 2 ngizokwazi ukuthi ngicaceke ibhabhalazi ngidle. So utshwala dictated ilife yami. Akuzange kuphelela lapho because the disease of addiction is sickness. Isifo lesi, we suffer the disease of wanting more. Once we start we can't stop. Mase siqhubeka uthola ukuthi siyaqhubeka siqhubulana noma ngabe kunama situation ube ku car crash ubone ukuthi ube ku resolutions ukuthi hey yabona namhlanje angisengiyayeka utshwala because usho ngoba utholele accident once kwaphela isikhatsinyana uyakhohlwa ngiyonke lento ubuyele etshwaleni the way lesifo sethu singakhona it's cunning, baffling and powerful. Lesi sifo lesi kunabantu abafana nathi ihlobo zethu ezazikhulisayo esingakwazanga ukuyingcwaba ngosasilijele utshwala. Kunabantu mina kunosisi wami washada ongelamayo I was not there ngangiphuza utshwala. So utshwala bukumuka idignity yakho ngangena etshwaleni up until kwaba khona isikhathi lapho khona anga introduce ku cocaine.
Manje iphuma kanjani uphuma kanjani etshwaleni ungene ku cocaine ngathi manje sekuwama levels manje
njengoba ngishilo earlier on ukuthi we suffer the disease of wanting more. We can't stop once you start. So the disease of addiction it grows. It grows.
Appetite.
Yes, it escalates. Kangangokuba mangabe wawudakwa i4 beers mina nje mangiyeka ngangadakwa na icase namabhiya ngaphezulu because it grows. So lesi sifo so wanting more addiction iyakhula kangangoba mang introduce lapha and then these guys when they sold the idea of drugs to me it triggers the emotions mawucula that is why mawucula extremely uba right uba hype so kangena
ngolongosho
kangena sasisejabulani amphitheater.
What drugs was that?
It was cocaine. Tangayazi nokuthi nje ndangicalisa ukubona impushana emhlophe like crystal white.
And abangani laba ukufaka umlilo.
Exactly. Ngangena kabhema for the first time mangibhema that day ndaziva ndingumuntu
ushaya cocaine
that day ndaziva ndingumuntu
yabona wena namanje awukakayi lapho usakhanga ngapha emaqeleni
itho ngalolanga ndixelele ndatsho nabantu ngathi nabo ndathi kubo
today
ndaziva ndingumuntu
yazalwa kabusha
bathi kabona wathi omnye wabo unobantu tatabana wathi unobantu kakade into ndathi hey makulinga ngixelele lonto le ndithi mna njengangoku ndiziva ndingumuntu. So kwabamnandi yabo kwabamnandi yaqhubeka impilo amagiga ngena ngapha nangapha ngayibona ngiseZimbabwe eZimbabwe ngilaliswe eCrystal Lodge ngilaliswe kuleyo Elias Mswaka kwakuthiwa ngabongwe gospel wathi sase eHarare Gardens kwaculwa sinikezwe imali sibuye imali yangena imali empilweni yami kangingazi ukuthi kwenzekani one time
ngicela ukubuza
okay
sorry ukungena emlomeni because story sakho is powerful baba you know mawusoba uzizwa njani or awufuni la usoba khona
uyabona njengoba ngishilo ukuthi iaddiction isifo ngishilo futhi ukuthi utshwala bebungenzela into engingakwazi ukuzenzela yona so every time bengifuna ukuthi xa ngifuna ukwenza excella bengicabanga ukuthi ngiexcella uma ngiphuzile so nami utshwala bebungenzela izinto le bengingakwazi ukuzenzela yona so ngaqhubeka ke there was one time the way ngilakhe ngakhona. There was one time when we were asked walotho kaNimrod asenza le live lot
ngiyayibona
Urban Blue phezulu
phezulu
sabizwa Urban Blue ba kanhleli ku seat number 48 that was the last seat ngangihleli kuyo basibuza ama questions upress lento upress lento ngapressa the last time bangibuza basuke bangibuza ngomusic Celine Dion babuza ukuthi umntana wamthola kanjani Sarogans ngaphendula kanjani ngabekisa ngobese uNimrod within isikhatshinyana wathula isikhashana wathi Khulekani you've won yourself 300,000
yo
the way I was lacking indaba imali yayidlala abantwana kum ndawina 300,000. I thought it was a joke.
What did you do with that money?
Banika ikepisi lakalotari ngasayina bafuna ama-account. Within a month's time yangena loo mali.
The 300,000.
300,000.
What do you do with it?
Laba right ubomi. Ngaqhubekeka kaloku ne-friends notywala. Yathi uThixo ndabona uThixo uzafuna ndisende.
Awungitshele Khulekani. Did this money enable you to move your life forward positively or negatively?
I thought
Yeah.
it was taking me forward.
Yeah.
Little did I know
Good.
I was going down the train. Yeah.
At what point do you realize with manje you are an addict? Did you realize it?
Yeah, there was a time sasisemangozi eNatal, the deepest side of KwaZulu-Natal. Ne-ANC every time makazokhuluma upresident ngangicula 2 songs and then makaceda because lo president waleso sikhathi bekayithanda igospel nakagqiba uthetha ndishaya 2 all in all bengishaya 4 songs ibruwali uma ngabe nama-delegates like ngangikule convoy kuyiwa eNatal sanikwa iyo-magic dance yabona laba 4 phakathi kule box encane sanikwa ke uba hayi siku-convoy ke nami ndinemoto yami epowerful ndisebomini ndiku-convoy apha ndilandela ubugadiwe hayi ndiyazicinga ke mna ngejack daniel samsiya le ndinethemba loba le nto ndihlale ngiyenza ke yokuthi uma ngibona ungathi ngidakiwe ndithi khokhe yami ngiba sober ndibe hype.
Yeah.
But the reaction ayizange ibe njalo le ndathi mangifika ndangena etoilet lama-mobile toilet ndathatha iglasi yami ndazilungisela ndazilungisa ngagibela ndasho 2 songs kwangabe indaba zalutho ndabuyela ndaya etoilet ndawuphinda because ngisafarisha the wanting more andoneli ndifuna
1 is too many, 1,000 never enough.
Yeah, 1 is too many, 1,000 is never enough. Ngabuyela ngithe masengize ngagqiba uthetha ngithi sengifuna ukushaya lo 2 laba bantu bajabulela mina baphakamisa izandla kanje mina ngibona ngathi laba bantu it's like umuntu ocelayo baveza izandla kanje ndikhulula ijacket ndiphosa ijacket pha abantu abayeke ucela ndikhulula ishethi ndiphosa ishethi pha abayeka abantu ucela ndikhulula ivest bangayeka abantu ucela ndihlisa ibrook into eyavela ku-SABC 2 because it was live ndifake ijoke ndandifuna kwakusisa leyo joke endixele linyane emsulo okwemvo ebhoko yabona I was jabbed out.
Yavela ku-SABC.
Yavela umama she phoned me wathi what the hell is going on kwenzekani yini lento yenzayo nalapho ngarealize but kaba nama-means ukuthi hayi ngizama ndithi because i-addiction uzamile. That is why bathi jails i-addiction is jails institution and death.
Yeah, iqiniso mfowethu uyazi kahle wena.
Sometimes abanye abaye ejele uvese afe same time overdose omunye uyaye ejele aye ku-institution agqibele ngokufa omunye acale ku-institution ube kanjalo noticed. So all of that ndikenda banjwa pha eGBC emapoliseni ndibethe umuntu ngesitena a celebrity ibetha umuntu ngesitena ndambetha waphambana umuntu pha dabanjwa but ke dakhishwa but I didn't recognize ukuthi i-drugs indenzela inkinga ngachubeka ke but ngachubeka ngadla imali kwafika isikhathi lapho iCool Sport ithi andisakwazi ngoku ukurekhoda Khulekani because although uthengisa but you dragging the name down the drain sisebenzela
obviously kuyaziwa in public ukuthi ukhula
ndiyaphuza ema-TV
gospel uyaphuza
ndilibala le khona le nto endilibalayo ngoku xa sile emangozi manibuya ubaba ugwede wasondela kum wathi Fundeni sibuya kude sizozivezela imbonto akilibali ngithi njalo makumbuka yazi ngihleke ngithi hey yebo so
ngale voice yakhe manje ke yabona I don't even want to start to talk about ladies and addiction and drugs and sex and stuff like that because it's got a life of its own.
Sometimes uthola ukuthi uyofuna umuntu for the weekend yonke khona nje ufika ume phaphandle kwenye engase-razzmatazz pasamouth apha andifuna uthetha ngayo collect uhambe yohlala i-weekend benqandilile ayibo so zininzi lezi zinto zibezenzeka so bachubeka utshwala baba i-role model yami nama-drugs ngakabona i-problem ngaba nama-accident there was an accident because manje ngase kunendlu eBosbeck sengisuka eBosbeck nakhona wenza uthenga umuzi nakhona sisuka eJimmiston Lake as I said ukuthi the late uLundi we were friends sinabo oLundi eJimmiston Lake so babona ukuthi ngilocking yabo babona ukuthi ngilokhile and then they drove iCosalite yami bafika lapha endlini bathatha isixo basifaka phansi kwe-pillowcase banilalisa bathatha isikhiya sasendlini bachixa and then bavula iwindow basiphosa phakathi mangiphaphama ngifuna uqhubeka nokuphuza utshwala because angibonele that's why ngithi ngifuna noma ungapass out uthi la uphaphama khona unamsebenzi uthi ibhodlela ngene impungane kwathini phakamisa ibhodlela ngavuka ngithe mangivuka it's another incident engayihlalela phansi ngayibuka but ngaphinde nga-resume ukuphuza ngafuna isikhiya semoto ngangasitholi ngathukuthela and then nangibuyela embhedeni I threw myself embhedeni ngendaba ukuthi ngithukuthele sakhala isikhiya ngaphansi komsicamelo ngathatha imoto yami ka-driver ngiyaphi ngiya eMalvern kunenye indawo lapho kuthiwa idabdab eMalvern ngisho nakwaGeorge mangifika lapho ngisahamba endleleni imoto yami i-overturn ngibheke phezulu amasondo abuye ngapha ditiphe lale khona lapho
how awuphume emotweni
tiphe ngitakiwe ngitiphe ngilale ku-N12 ngikokotelwa ngabantu ekuseni amapolisa ekuruleni mabangikokotela bathi nangibabheka labantu ngibabona yabona lokuthi umuntu mina ngapha labantu ngibabuka kanje ngisuke ngithi kubo mina why you upside down athi lamapolisa you are upside down mina ngibone into eziningi kakhulu emhlabeni uyabona zonke lezo zinto lezo na azizange zingiyekise I continued
Mara, this is a demon
yeah it's a demonic something
ngoba you are on usendleleni nje just to destroy your life and awuboni wena ukuthi life yakho iya destroyeka
bakhuluma abantu bangizame bakhuluma nami I didn't know kwafika isikhathi Chris cut ties with me kwafika event organizers cut ties with me kwafika so now
mali yaphela manje
ngase ngineyimoto ngase nganayo imoto eyi-1 ngineyimoto nje zamagama ezibizayo abovrupa
ngiyakuzwa
when they cut ties with me ngabona ukuthi I still have imali eFNB ngathi hayi fuck off abahambe ngachubeka nabangani ngadla utshwala ngadla abangani kukhona lapho ngabona khona ukuthi this addiction is serious it was when ngithola kwamakawo seJimmiston
Ngiyahleka Mari.
kwamakawusi ejimistin emikhukhwini labana ndayifumana phakathi kwamakawusi because kunama-tavern pha sasinikwa mahala utshwala because ukuthi ungasela ube shushu uyacula kugcwale kuloo tavern just sasinikelwa loo nto leyo utshwala sihambela utshwala. My life deteriorated into angazi ukuthi kanjani kwafika isikhathi lapho khona yaphela imali. Mayiphela imali ngacala ngathengisa imoto yokucala ngathengisa yesibili ngathengisa yesithathu. I jumped to the house as a Bosbeck ngayithengisa indlu. I had nothing. Ngithengisa indlu ngithengisa ngisa Carnival City and ndiyabhema ndiyasela ndenza yonke into since Cruisport yathi aya sisakhona ngithola yabona abantu babona italent ukuthi lo muntu is talented. He's been selling music wakhe and then bathatha ichance bakuthathe and then they exploit you. So logo also it grew up resentment empilweni yami nganyanya ngathi vele lento I was not kusho ukuthi uNkulunkulu akangithandi kusho ukuthi God is not there. The only thing ebeyingisiza was to run away from reality ngisela utshwala ngibalekela inyana eyiyo kwaphela.
Our conversation will continue shortly. As you watch our podcast today, you may be facing challenges with one or other form of addiction or know someone who actually is. Trust me, I've been there and I want to help you. Visit abner.africa to download a complimentary workbook designed to support your journey toward overcoming addiction. This workbook, filled with exercises and activities, has helped me and countless others to stay clean. It's absolutely free of charge at abner.africa. Start your path to recovery now. Let's conquer addiction together. And remember to log on to abner.africa.
Leso sikhathi ingqondo injani?
Angisazazi noma ndingubani kwaphela konke. Now I don't have a place to stay. Abantu abami ngithengisile indlu. Abantu abami bathathwa social development e41 eFox laphana eJoburg child welfare bathatha abantwana bami.
Please ngicela ume kancane. Are you saying to me ingane zakho uzalayo?
Yes.
Zathatha social development?
Yeah, babathatha is child welfare.
Why?
Because I was not functioning. Ngivukela utshwala asinandawo yokulala ngibacelela la esikolweni. I think somebody ongaziyo from esikolweni wafonela ka social development and then they came. And
How did
I
that make you feel?
realized
How did
after
that make
a
you feel?
month
ukuthi bahambile.
kuthanda abantwana bami
After a
abekho.
month.
Because ngangazi ukuthi bahleli lapha basuka bathathwa kulowa abantwana bami seba especially lo mdala umfana sekayisebenza isebenzi yabantu kanti uke wayitaste a beautiful life. But then it never stopped me ngibona umntana nami ahlukumezeka but ngachubeka. Noma ngichubeka I lost hope. I lost myself. Kukhona ukulahlekelwa izinto, material things, but there's a time when you lost yourself along the way. Ungazilahlekela mna, ngangakwazi ukuba ngangasazazi ubani ngubani. Kwaba khona lapho the things ngithengise konke sengana nix sengidlala amachibuku ngana nix kwasha imikhukhu eJipstown. That is when la kwasha khona ubaba uTheo washa, he bent into ashes. That is when ngambuthisa ngamshanela ngambuthisa ngalinda ifamily yakhe ngamenza ngabuthatha inkwayenda and plastic ngamboza. Bafika balamla babuthi bamafosholo babutha bafaka eplasticini bahamba nayo. That is where ngakha khona umkhukhu wami. eJipstown there was a time where ngiseJipstown iSambra isibhadela imali ngqhubeka nokuphuza. I think we time around 38,000. Ngaya ebank mangifika ebank ngathi mabanginike i10,000 ibe ama-200 bulks of 200 banginikeza ngaya a certain club ngiphuza. The ego I talked about earlier on, ego because utshwala nanani buyakuchange ne-character. Yabo ngibukisa ngale mali ebantwini kanti kunabantu abalambile because abanye abantu kufana nomuntu xa uzawugqitha nokutya emehlweni abantu kugqithe abantu belambile akukubetha umuntu akubulala elambile ndikuxelele for ukutya. Yabo so ngenza kanjalo. Yabo ufika isikhathi lapho khona labantu kanti bangilandela labantu laba bangiyongena lapho ngihlala komunye usisi lo sisi lo owayengisizile nguye wabhalela kule first show le uyaphuza wabhalela khona ukuthi this used to be a star. This guy, sidlile imali yakhe. Mina I'm one of them. That is why engithathile ngifake kwakhe before ngiyohlala ngale mkhukhwini. Ngiyofuna ukuhlala ngale mkhukhwini nje because uma ngabe bophuzula nebhabhalazi lo ntombazana usister lo ufuna ukuclean endlini yakho ulele usafuna ukulala ndihamba ndayozifunela imikhukhu. So there was a time ngisahlala nalo sisi abangilandela khona abafana masifika lapha abanza ngathi bahlala kulelo flat ngathi mangivula bangiphusha lapha phakathi. Baplug iron because babona imali baplug iron. If I can open la if people yabona la
ngiyabona ndoda
amamaki it's imaki iron
imaki iron ngiyayibona.
I was ironed gagwa yazi ufake dry clean ngumuntu ayina bangifake dry clean ayina bangikwaza 14 holes ngahamba ngawulala eSherwood Maxeke. Ngalala eSherwood Maxeke for
14 holes.
Yeah, ngalala eSherwood Maxeke ngaba se-ICU for a month. uNkulunkulu saved me. Ngaphuma ngahlala kwaCamagweni khona la ntombazana lo oculayo umXhosa kuthiwa uCamagweni eBest Valley. Ngahlala kwaCamagweni bendiya-ke nakwaSister la khona eBest Valley like angibonisa impilo engitshela.
So you almost died.
I almost died, but God saved. 14 holes.
14 holes. Mawusobara uhlele esibhedlele bakutshela ukuthi ndodo ayiniwe 14 holes. Did that move you?
It moved me for a moment, but immediately ngiphume esibhedlela.
My brother, don't tell me. So yes, but now it's not something in common. We've got something in common with so humor sikela who's our common denominator, the late.
Yes.
May his soul rest in peace. Tell me about him and your relationship.
Hey, that was a very, very beautiful soul. Kana bekanobuntu laba abantu samkhumbula nangoku. May his soul rest in peace. Sadibana e-Afro Cafe.
Yes.
Sasiyoshuta i-Good Friday special. Hugh Masekela, Budringo, ubaba the late naye Tsepotsula. I was amongst all those people. Listen, noma uRipsy wayekhona. Siyoshuta red paper pictures.
Yes, red paper.
Randburg. Wangibona ukushuthi wangizwa after ngicula wangibizela eceleni wakhuluma nami wathi I've read emaphepheni ngiyakubona unenkinga I wanna help you. Ngavuma wathi ungaseli ke ngicela ube sober ngizakutshela ukuthi sihlangane nini. Hayi ndahlala the following morning into ndanti eyayingenza ukuthi ngingaphuzi
ukuthi yes
ukuthi ngoba uyeza ndiyayazi ba sawuthola imali uyaninika ke imali ngiyabona ukuthi ayizanizama nangemali ngaseli ke andifike ngabona kushaya 11 ndasela
ekuseni
ngabona akafoni ukuthi yiza hayi ndasela ndithi ayinobubhizi ubrayo make ndisele ke mna ke nami ndike ndibebe busy.
Wena uyalakhe at least ukunike date yazi mina wenzani Khulekani ngihlele ngidla ama drugs ubusuku bonke cocaine manje akulaliseki yabona
akulaleki vele
akulaleki uyashisela la emzimbeni yabona So ngizwa ama-voice ekuseni man, hayi noma bathini, abo 4 ekuseni, 4:30, ngiyenza ukuthi lama-voice ngiyawezwa mas, ngiyawazi laba, mangini. Ngiyalunguza lapha ngomnyango lapha, ngisekamereni, hayi man, noma bathini, Huma Sikela lo. Hayi, Lebo M, angibabizanga. Ubani ubabizile? Yabona? Kanti ukhona la endlini kwami, ubabizile, azi ukuthi abangani bami.
Ukuthi bazonceda.
Abantu bazonceda ukuthi le ndoda le iyaphela. Ufika uBrayu lapha wangithatha wamnikisa ku-rehab.
Yeah, he did the very same thing nakim.
Did you go to rehab when eventually?
Wathi masihlangane khona enye indawo bathi
wafika lapha?
Nikis.
Yeah, Nikis ngiyabona.
Le ngase Market Theatre.
Yeah, downtown.
Ngamthola wasangena emashop wangithengela impahla. Wathi siyahamba kunenye rehab la ngase
SABC.
Yabona undlule SABC, undlule Helen Joseph, kunenye rehab somewhere lapho. Ungathi ngobheka ngaso Sophia Town somewhere there ilapho vele Sophia Town Sophia Town ngahlala lapha na igrocery uba ngiphathela izinto luckily ke mina ke ubhema ugwaye hayi
akusinto zakho siyafana
ndandisela nje kodwa kuba khona kamaxesha lapho khona ndiphathwe ubuhule ndifuna ukwenza into endingayaziyo yabo so yabo ndandisela ndimsele utywala ndityile utywala
awuyeka ibro yaba broke
anamona yabo so you must get wandifaka lapha ngaphuma.
So did it work at
it worked for some few months.
Wow.
Why? It's because I want also to emphasize into this. Some people, when they go to rehab, some people bati because mommy brought me to rehab, because mommy promised me ipolo, because in rehab, if somebody who has hit the rock bottom, somebody who's down and out, somebody who's sick and tired of being sick and tired. So mawuza rehab ukuthi wenze lo mnye umuntu ayisebenze, but rehab ifuna umuntu ozoyitshela because lapho uma ungakayitsheli wena ukuthi you are enough ayikho into ozoyenza. So nami ngangine pride yokuthi ngilethwe uBrayu kuza ama grocery ngangakayimisele ngaphuma ngabhema. So uBrayu ngendlela ayebhizile ngayo ubaba nje wabona naye ukuthi hey lo muntu lona kusho ukuthi akakabi ready kuya lapha. So kuze kufika isikhathi lapho khona sengiyohlala kulo mkhokho.
So you've had your low moments. Many low moments. What kept you alive in those low moments? If because everyone, you know, I've been there. Yes, I find it difficult. Okay, I was not a celebrity, so I can use my drugs. So I didn't have a public life. Some public life, but not public like you. Now you've got a public life. There's an image that you have. Gospel star, pop star, you want 300,000 just like that, you know, and you're successful. You've got everything going on.
Yeah.
Now you hit low moments. You've got nothing. What keeps you alive in those situations?
I think God, because God, if He is not done with you, you know. I was at my lowest. Ukuthi yabona amathini lawa ericoffee. Le amakhulu. Ndikutshile mina ukudla ukupheka ngamathini ericoffee. Kuselenzile itiya ngamathini ericoffee. Benilala mina ngadlanga from ngafika ngakuthola ukudla ngaba nokudla plenty ngabuye ngiyakwazi kuba ku-poverty ngibuye ngibe ku-luxurious life ngibuye le phansi ngiyakwazi mina ukuhushwa ngamakhaza because before ngithole lo mkhukhu sasilala ngaphandle passagini so ndlala nalinetha kosekuseni sinethiwe ngiyakwazi ukuhlukumezeka enye into yayingivisa ubuhlungu kakhulu it's because because of my lendlela lengangithathile mina le yangifaka lapho ifamily yami I think bakhuluma baze bayeka kuba buhlungu kakhulu uma ngabe usujikelwe ifamily labantu othi mawubheka abantu obenzele izinto ezinhle ziningi izinto angifuni ukukhuluma ngakho but it was beautiful ngatshintsha ikhaya laba ekhaya ungathi kusebelungwini but when I was down and out ngangasuye umuntu memory njengoba ngamuntu nje funerals weddings they continued without me.
Manje has anyone ever recognized you on the streets while you were down and out?
Yeah,
I
didn't have to ngacala ngayifihla but there was a time lapho ngathi no, it's fine. I will sing for EPA1. My songs are called na jukebox. Somebody will give me R2 that mangifake a jukebox and then ngicule for EPA1. Ithi ngaphela ibhiya aphinde anginike R2 ngifake lapha ngithengelenye. So I was a walking jukebox. Bengi jukebox kangangoba bese kubhlungu. Abantwana bami balapho bakhona khona amaphepha ayabhala angibasoli because indlela my life yafika egcineni lapho khona ngazama ukuyibulala. I tried 3 times ngasila ibhodlela le black label ngalisila ngalifaka ejekeni ngafaka amanzi ngaphuza ngangafi ngaphelele selfie bangidrainer angabuya kwesibili ngayilahlela etraining eGP Town. Abantu base GP Town ngazi bazoyibona le podcast. A good Samaritan jumped wangirescue uthema kangirescue engikhipha lapho itrain yabuya yashayisa yena umlenze but ukhona yaphila ubudpest phela ibhongo yashayisa ubudpest umlondo ukhona usaphila namanje walimala but ngoba uNkulunkulu bamfaka insimbi emlenzeni. Kwesithathu ngadle alpirim ngayidla yala makondwane lethe ngiswaye bamba na ngayidla alpirim kadumba ngangaka ngagray. If you know icolor egray I was gray. Gray angazi ukuthi kanjani but God saved me. There was a time where I asked God ukuthi Nkosi eyiphi yona le ekufuneka uthi ngiyenzile because awuvumi ukungithatha but I'm still struggling. Kunabantu ngaphandle abagxekezayo abenza zonke lezi zinto but they succeed. Abanye benza izinto ezirong ba driver imoto ezinkulu. What have I done kuwe uNkulunkulu wami? Yini le engayenza eyenza ukuthi xa uthandazwa ndimi ujonge ecaleni? Ndakwenzani? There was a time lapho khona ngenyuka intaba ngifike ngihlale lapha entabeni uthi Nkosi andizudla namhlanje nakusasa nganini na ndifuna uzungiphendule ngifuna uzungiphendule. There was a time lapho khona my cousins and all the likes bashada without me because I was an embarrassment. Ubona I always talk about this also television. There are guys that are acting in award-winning soapies in South Africa. I'm talking about award-winning soapies that I helped. I lent a hand kubo balapho bakhona labo bantu labo. I did what I had to do ngoba ngaleso sikhathi ngangiright. I gave a roof over their head. I gave food kubo but labo bantu labo when I was down and out nobody showed up. But ngikushoyo ukuthi uNkulunkulu wami it was only God. I become emotional when it comes to this because
no.
Yeah, the God that it was when God abeke into kuwe akwenzeki ukuthi lento le ingaphumeleli. Ngithi uma ngabe icebo laNkulunkulu kufuneka ukuthi kufe umuntu ukuze ukuthi icebo likaNkulunkulu liqhubeke kwenzeka kanjalo. My life was a laughing stock bengithi mangifona abo labo bantu labo because bengiwazi kwazi ngenhloko bengithi mangithi ngiboleka ifoni yomuntu because I didn't have a phone ngaba nayo ngiyayithengisa ngithola ifoni yomuntu ngithi hi mangithi hi abuza who's this ngithi ngathi nje Khulekani they offline but God kept me alive ngaze ngafika eTranquility nakhona kwabhala usibulela bhalela eTranquility.
In the silent battles of addiction, every hopeful story can be a key to liberation. As we take a quick pause from our chat, I invite you to step through The Door, my memoir in which I give an uncensored account of my journey through drug addiction hell. Each chapter is a testament to the strength we all possess, even when hope seems like a distant light. From the gripping darkness of substance abuse to the uplifting journey towards clarity, my story is laid bare, raw, and real. Whether you are touched by addiction or walk alongside someone who is, your journey to hope can start today. It's available now as an ebook, audiobook, and paperback on talkstv.africa. Unlock the narrative that could redefine your understanding of addiction and recovery. Get my book, The Door, by logging into talkstv.africa today. Choose the key that fits your lock. Choose life.
Khulekani, I feel your pain. I really do. And thank you for going there, because I can tell you now there's somebody watching there looking at you and saying, I'm right there right now where Khulekani was. And I can guarantee you, Khulekani, that God sees those tears. I know now it's tears of joy in a sense for me, Uguti, you came out.
Yeah.
And somebody, and I can tell you now, I feel it. Somebody out there is struggling, is in their worst moment in life right now. And is saying to themselves, if God can do it for Khulekani, He can do it for me. There's hope for me.
Yeah, that is why.
But when obviously you've got this monster of addiction over your head, I want you just to talk about turning point. What led you there?
There is a show we are posed with Tranquility 157 where they help people about Bemayo. So my sister, I think she took a chance and they replied. And I know what God did all of that work, and banglanda hayi Tranquility mangifike Tranquility ngaqala step one we admitted that we were powerless over alcohol and drugs, that our lives had become unmanageable. Number one, yes, I have to admit. When they talk about admit, they want you to talk to the inner person, to yourself. Like I said earlier on, Daddy sent or brought me here. Polo. That's why ngila abangagai lapha rehab ngoba they've hit a rock bottom kusuka kubo. So ngathi God sekuphelile konke. Anginalutho mangiye rehab ngaya na one pair of turkey nama flops la 15 rand ne-gin eyi-1 ikipa ngayithengelwa ngendlela kule Pick and Pay clothing siya e-rehab ngafika lapha nga-rehabilitator ngacela uNkulunkulu wangibamba ngesandla sakhe uma ngiphuma the turning point uma ngiphuma ngabuyela endlini kaSibulelo. Mangibuyela endlini kaSibulelo Kathandaza, there was one night. Usibulele ngilo wabhalela le.
Usisi wakho.
Usisi wami lo wabhalela iyaphosa. Mangibuyela laphana, there was one night engathatha ikhandlela elimhlophe ebusuku ngo-12 ngalinda u-12 ngalayita lekhandlela ngathandaza ngaphinde ngambuza uNkulunkulu ngathi Nkosi kungani mina nginje ngihamba amazwe ngimemeza igama lakho ngudumisa ingoba Nkosi ngiyavuma ukuthi ingoba Nkosi ngapha ngithi uyingcwele ngapha ndiyasela ngapha ngithi uyingcwele ngiyalibona iphutha lami kodwa so ungaze ungilahle kangaka kube ngathi yimi ngedwa umuntu onesono esendlula sabo bonke abantu emhlabeni ngathi kuye kuleyo night ngathi Nkosi ungibekile kwaze kwafika la ngikwaziwe ayiniwe ngicike ngayimoto sengize ngila but kusho ukuthi I'm still a purpose in your eyes so ke ngicela saluveza ipurpose yakho ngami because manje ngilinde ipurpose yakho ngami so Nkosi ngicela unginike ipurpose. There was a time mangiceda ukuthandaza kwafika enye ye phase ethi ibhodo liyawubekezelela umlilo noma ulibasele phansi noma ulibeke kuhandicase noma ulibeke estofini sekagesi noma ulibeke phi liyawubekezelela umlilo ibhodo because liya understand ukuthi akuphekwa mina bhodo kodwa kuphekwa into ekimi so ngathi Nkosi mangabe ngiyibhodwe lokuthi le pain engizwayo it's literally not my pain but I pain yokuthi ination ihile ngokuthi mina ngiundergo this I allow it ngithi makwenzeke ngentando yakho ngathi Nkosi kodwa kusasa ngicela ukuthi ungibonise wena ngifuna ukukubona nje ukuthi usendaweni yami uyaphila okanye ngibelieve lento engekho ngicela ukukubona show yourself in whatever form ozongibonisa ngayo ngicela ungibonisene ekseni my sister wangizwa ngikhala uSibulelo savuka ekseni wathi masiye Nandos masifika sagibela ama taxi nase Jeepistown lapha kwavela you see God hey mina ngiyamsaba hey God hey uNkulunkulu ngiyamsaba
come on His grace is sufficient.
That is why ubeva abantu nabathi to God be the glory to God be the glory to God be the glory yeah for
sing
that he has done.
My goodness, my God.
And the man figure lapha na station
Oh man, you can sing. What a voice, my brother.
The station kwavela nje from nowhere kwavela omnye umfana I think he's 14 15 somewhere okhubazeke ngalendlela yokuthi ukhubazekile unakahamba kulabantu abahamba uze wena uzobhlungu ukuthi I know this guy uyagula kunjani so wema eminyango la kungena khona abantu etaxini wema wasuka lapho wa dryer phambi kwe-taxi wa dryer uthi maka dryer wafika ewindini lami eback seat la ngihleli khona afike waqoqotha nakaqoqotha ufaka isandla esinye lapha ephaketheni alula isandla ngithinta uSibulelo lapha phambi kwami uthi hey this guy uzofuna imali endanginayo nangithinta uSibulelo ngibe ngiyavula le window akhipha isandla sakhe lo muntu angibambeze kanje athi angibuke straight emehlweni athi nokukhuluma kwakhe unakakhuluma wayemanzi la uvuza amathe makakhuluma wathi right ngathi mina ya right wathi right but wena usazoba right and then wajika emva kwekhumbi wanyamalala wahamba lo muntu sathi drive itaxi hamba because into if it's meaningful iyahlala ngaphakathi emntwini so I asked myself questions ukuthi into lento ndiyibonayo kwenzeka ntoni and then ngabuza usisi wami asifike Nandos wathi no awubonanga wena even everybody etaxini uthe makakhuluma kanje lo muntu wonke umuntu uthe from that day
it was confirmation for you.
God confirmed to me ukuthi ngizoba right from that day ngavuka ngazithintitha.
How did you from there how did you rebuild your life? Let's talk about, it's good to talk about the negatives, the low lives. but there is a turning point that we attribute to the grace of God, the sufficiency of the grace of God.
Yeah.
God giving you, I don't call it even the second or third or fourth, because we blew so many chances that he gave us.
Yes.
I call it another chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what? So how did Khulekani rebuild his life? We are Puma rehab.
Yes, ngaphuma rehab because God has just said kulo muntu okhubazekile wathi awukakabi right, ubona ngathi awukakabi right manje but usazoba right. Ithemba lami ngathi Nkosi,
Ngiyabonga.
mina seni right. When I work your miracles, bengicela ukukulandela emva kwakho, because the last time, if my memory serves me right, the last time when I walked this way on my own, I found myself ngisekuyichibuko. This time andifune ukuzibona ekuyichibuko, ndifuna ulandela emva kwakho. That Nkosi, lead the way. Ndakulandela. So ngila isitulo nje la, I believe ukuthi laba bathindile abanye ukuthi ngitholakale ngizoza la, it's because God planned this day. So last year ngiye nga release album, ngangenela ama-awards, ngabona ama-awards bangibiza, ngathuka ngamangala ukuthi from emkhukhwini njani bangibiza, ngathola i-award yami, ngabona amaphepha acala phansi bathi Chili is back on top, or Khulekani is back on top, babhala and i-negatives lo ozishoyo zikhona, kunabanye abantu abakhomentayo bakhuluma. So abantu sengabuka lento yokuthi umuntu wenza into ehle uyahleka, wenza into errongo uyahleka.
Abakhona nabo aphathelana ama-file ukuthi wena ngiyakwazela.
Yabo, so now ungathi umuntu akumanipulate because ufuna uhlala endaweni eyi-one because ukwazela something. Umuntu ekhaya ungayi ngomuntu ukuthi uzawuthini, nomuntu ukuthi ukwazelani, because uzawuhlala apho kanti italente lakho likuyisa phambili. Uthi ufika ngale, ufika ukhonjiswa amabhasi kuthiwa la mabhasi lawo ngowakho but wahlala wena ucriticizwa ngusomebody. I-criticism ngalesinye isikhathi imenza umuntu acabanga kabusha, afuna ukwenza better kunalokho kunona. So i-criticism abanye abantu bayibona into ebuhlungu. Mina i-criticism sengayibona njengento engithatha to the next step, is iyandonyusa i-criticism. So uyabona nje nina eningicriticizeayo ndijabulela kakhulu le nto leyo, because ningenza ukuthi ngizibheke ngifuna ukwenza better ngiye phambili.
The best is yet to come, and the relationship with your children now, and the life in recovery. How is it?
I'm staying with them.
Wow. More power to you,
I
my
posted last Friday something. My son wabhala wathi I know I've never said this. I love you with all my heart. I'm so very glad and happy to be called your son. You deserve everything that is coming your way. That was from my son. I cried.
How old is he?
Inyembezi zami ngezelula ndihlukumezeke too much. Uyabona ndidlele amabhodo na-red, uyabona amabhodo a-red uyabona amabhodo abalayo xa semvuthuko ndathi qi ndabuyela ndawudlele ekotokoto zenrikhofi, ndilimele kakhulu emhlabeni ndixelela.
How do you stay sober?
I stay sober, go to the meetings. Khona manje I help rehab, Tranquility Rehab. They showed me love. Sihamba kuma outreach. Khona manje kunabantu abang-approacha, they want to do a book about me. Definitely, because uyabona manje ngiyabona ukuthi this is a successful book. So it is possible. So we'll get together. No bhuti Atma sikhulume.
When it's all said and done, how do you summarize your life story? What? There's a camera for you. How do you summarize your life story? How do you encourage that person who is sitting in their living room, hlele emkhukhwini ulalele, uyakhala, abazali balakhala, uhlukumezekile efamilini, family ibhidlikile because of that person who's using drugs. How do you summarize, one, your life story? What do you say to that person there watching you?
The Bible says, if you exalt yourself, you will be humbled. But if you humble yourself, you will be exalted. Singena kulezi nkinga lezi ngoba, let me say, I got into this trouble because I thought I can do it on my own. I had ego, that is ego, that is aging God out. Ukuthi sengiyakwazi ukuzenzela. The biggest mistake engayenzayo nabantu okungamele uyenze ekhaya ukuthi instead of taking orders from God, I gave God orders. So bomama emakhaya, no, especially abomama, ngibona umama umkhathazeke kakhulu ngendaba utshwala, ngendaba ama-drugs. Ibuhlungu into uma ngabe ufuna ukubona, ufuna ukubulala umuntu kahle hle, ungambulali literally ukuthi angene phakathi emgodini angcwatshwe. Umuntu abone umntwanakhe a-deteriorate, aba lokho kubizwa abantu ababizwa ngokuthi onyawupe, abe sisibothwa, abe ini. Umzali usuke umbulele uma ngabe azobona umntanakhe anjalo. Kunomzali othi emsebenzini xa bakhuluma, abanye abazali bakhuluma ngabantwana babo, just little things, umntana umwashela iteki, omnye umzali akanayo into yokukhuluma ngayo ngomntwanakhe because every time uyathuka uyashaya ngomntwanakhe. Instead utakhuluma i-temperature ngalelo langa ithi 37 degrees, avela umama asukuma athi ngisawenza itiye ngale kitchen. Hayi ukuthi ufuna itiye, it's because ubaleka le topic ngoba akanayo into engayisho ngomntanakhe. Izinhlungu zodwa, waziwa nayi community yonke, ushayo nangumphakathi, wathini, but uNkulunkulu lo owafika niko yami impilo.
My goodness.
Usengafika nakuwe. Mina yami impilo ngiyabona ukuthi uNkulunkulu bekafundisa nabanye abantu ukuthi susuka endaweni yokulinda, hlala kuJehova ngoba nguye uJehova owaziyo ngawe. Kunabanye bathi bezalwa ashona umuntu athi ezalwa omunye kube abe miscarriage, but God carried you in your mom's womb for 9 months. Wabuya waphila emhlabeni kuyo yonke lento engendlule kuyo, ngigicika ngeimoto ngenzani, uNkulunkulu wangibeka. Ongikubonayo nje manje ngizokusho, uNkulunkulu wayefuna ukuthi today, this day, ngizokhuluma ngithi ama-drugs notshwala ayinkinga kulo muntu owabhemayo, athi ayinkinga kulo muntu owabhemayo. Ama-drugs nigcina senigula nonke nifamily ngoba akuguli yena yedwa lo muntu wama-drugs, but sikugcina yonke ifamily igula ngoba uthi asemsebenzini umuntu uyacabanga ukuthi ingabe isitofu sami ngizosithola yini, ingabe i-TV yami ngizoyithola yini. Ngendlela i-addiction ingayo, i-addiction kune-toaster la endlini eyathengwa ngoba mina ngithanda toasted bread, but I still eat a toaster. Addiction kwenza you steal from yourself. I stole from myself.
If Messi rewrote my life was a person, that person is you.
Thank you so much.
Are you using your message in your career, in your music future? Are you using the message of addiction,
yes,
and drugs and your life story in the lives of people to encourage them?
I cannot keep quiet about the addiction after seeing what addiction has done to me. I'll have to pass the message. We only give what we have. You cannot give what you don't have.
You keep what you have by giving it away.
To others.
Yeah,
so
to
I'm
others,
passing the message to each and everyone. Ukuthi utshwala nama-drugs kuyinkinga. Gcina segula ifamily yonke. gcine wena self uyalahleka ukuba ukhulekana awukabe usazazi ukuthi uyini.
Every day when you wake up, yini lento eyenza ukuthi ukhethe impilo that says choose life today?
Ukuthi ukhethe impilo ukuthi ngibonise uNkulunkulu ukuthi istrength sakhe aziwela ngaphansi. Ngikhethe impilo futhi ngikhethela ukuthi nabanye abantu abakulenkinga ngoba namanje nje siphuma by the robots bakhona banjani behla benyuka, and labo bantu labo ungacabanga ukuthi labo bantu labo bavele kwasekuseni umuntu wayithola eserobotini. They went extra miles ngotshwala bayitshela ukuthi sizoyeka kwagcina sekula. So those people abasemarobotini akuzange kwasekuseni bayithola balapho. They were owners of businesses, they were owners of houses, ubabona balapha namhlanje balapha. So le yenza ukuthi mangivuka ekseni ngithi thank you God ukuthi ngiphase le message ukuthi someone else athole impilo le nami omunye umuntu owangitshela ukuthi naku la kuphilwa khona umthombo wokuphila.
Your story is incredibly powerful, and I appreciate you coming to the studio. I appreciate you being here. You know, I'm reminded of a verse that says everything works together for good.
Yes.
To them that love God and are called according to his purpose. Your future is bright. I'm confident that you're going far. I'm confident, I'm grateful that we are Pila Namhlanje. You never died sitting in that hospital with 14-stepped holes on your body and being ironed and all that. There is a purpose to everything. And I think God saved you so that you can save others.
Exactly.
So continue on the journey, my brother. I appreciate you. I've written a book called The Door, 309 pages. I didn't know that I'm a writer, and trust me when I tell you, I am a writer. You know, so I'm going to give you a copy. I pray it's an inspiration. Inspiration. I lived in America for 14 years. I never in my life thought I can be a writer. And my first book is On My Journey with Addiction. There was a guy who prayed for me one time. He said, he said to me, Abna, I'm not going to pray for you for God to restore everything the enemy stole. I'm saying to the enemy, keep what you stole, but I'm going to give you double for your trouble. Yes. My prayer for you today, my brother, is that God, in your endeavors, in your journey with your children, with your family, with your community, with your fans, will give you double for your trouble. The best of Khulekani Chili is yet to come.
He turns a mess into mercy, and trash to treasure.
That's right. Thank you, my brother. This is a token of appreciation for coming to the studio. I'm sure this is not the first and the last time that we're going to see you, and just want to appreciate you and thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for not denying the idea of writing this. Thousands and millions, they need this. People are dying outside.
People are dying, and we are the salt that's going to bring them again back to life. I just want to say thank you so much to my guest. Appreciate him. This is going to be life-transforming podcast, I can guarantee you. But I just want to thank you for you joining me at home. This has not only been inspirational, it's been challenging, it's been life-transforming. And I pray and I trust that your life has been transformed, that next year, this time, you will be completely different. Remember that we are no longer prisoners of the past, but we are pioneers of the new future. And I pray to God that as you begin a trajectory of a life into the future, we are saying today, we are choosing life over death, because the power of life and death is in my tongue. So today I speak life into every negative situation that you're going through.
Sinithanda nonke emakhaya kakhulu kabi. Siyabonga.
Thank you for watching Choose Life, the podcast. Please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below. Remember to also click the notification bell so you never miss an update from us. There are more Choose Life conversations on YouTube. Just click on one of the thumbnails on the screen to continue watching. Thanks for choosing us, and we'll see you in the next episode as we choose life together.